All right, let's get to it. So, Chris, good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
And good afternoon and good evening, depending on where everybody is. So, took a look at the procurement priorities for 2023, and just had some questions for you based on what we saw with that report. So, would love to get your insights on anything that really caught you off guard, anything that surprised you about the report you weren't expecting.
Great question, Roger. There were a lot of things that were, I would say, confirming from the study itself. But some of the things that surprised me more than anything was the reduction in priority of some of the areas that were high priorities last year, namely in the area of talent management as well as ESG.
One of the highest items on the list that I would say came out of nowhere. We were expecting it, but recession, inflation, price compression concerns, all those ranked really high this year. What are you and Hackett telling organizations they need to do from a procurement perspective to prepare?
I think there's a couple of things, and depending on where you are in the world from a geographical standpoint, the chance of a recession is going to be different. We do see Europe being much higher at risk than, say, the US today. But to prepare for a recession, you tend to have to focus on a deflationary environment. And so what we're telling organizations today is you've been trying to protect your organization from the inflationary pressures. You now have to refocus the organization and do some of the more traditional things that we have done for many, many years to drive cost out of the organization in a recessionary environment.
So, Chris, I want to thank you for spending time with Scoutbee today to go over the 2023 Hackett report on procurement priorities. We look forward to hosting you next month with yourself, Jason Busch of Spend Matters, Michael Cadieux of Procurement Foundry. With that, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next month.
Happy New Year to you and all of your customers at Scoutbee.